That's Hunter.
Killing the game.
I just don't want it to end. You know what I mean?
Yo,
so this is Musicians and Movies. You know, all three of us, we're not only musicians and tech heads and all of that, but we also love our movies too, as you saw. So
yes, sir.
You know, again, I'm Nigel Lawrence, Nigel Maestro, Musician Lives Matter, CEO and founder. My boy Jan, introduce yourself, sir.
Yo, what's going on? This is Jan Hunter Jr. coming at you from Wire Hunter Music Studios. Y'all already know what it is. We ain't nowhere near done. All that good stuff. I'm a music producer from Fairfield, California, and just happy to be a part of this team.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Mr. John Mike.
You already know who it is. It's your boy John Mike. You know what I mean? And I do what I do. Everything from gospelproducers.com to used to be Gospel Multitracks. It's now Loop Gospel. You know,
yes,
this is what I do. So, you know, I'm a serial entrepreneur, music entrepreneur, residing in Charlotte, North Carolina. And this is just what I do. You know, it's music and movies.
Yeah, man. Cool.
And movies.
And movies. Musicians
and movies.
And movies. So, yeah, y'all come in. Y'all join us, man. We're going to have some great conversations talking about new movies coming up. New movies we want to see, or even, and we're gonna take a, you know, dive in the past, you know, about great movies that's already been out. Some of our favorite movies that we love. Some of our favorite actors and actresses, and just how they've, you know, impacted us. And we definitely, you know, we're still gonna talk about some of the music inside of those movies, and you know, just everything, you know. So
it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. So, but tonight, we want to start this off. We felt that it would just, you know, be a great honor to pay homage to the great Chadwick Boseman. You know, and his passing as of recently, which shook the whole world. Everybody was shocked. I mean, didn't know. A lot of people didn't know he was sick, but still performed and executed at his, you know, greatest, which is just phenomenal. So, yeah, tonight we're going to be, you know, like I said, paying homage to him and just, you know, some of the great movies that he's done, and just talk about his, you know, his life and everything. And yeah, so John, you were saying you had some facts that you saw about him. You know, you want?
Yeah, man. I had just, you know, picked up some stuff, you know, just some stuff. Some stuff is some known stuff, but I think it's a lot of things that even I didn't know when I was looking through it. I found this blog earlier that was basically going through like 20 random facts, and I won't go through all of them, of course, but a few of them, and we can kind of rap about it as we go. A few of them being that I think one of the number one is that some people might not know, is that Denzel Washington actually paid his way through acting school. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
a lot
powerful.
And I know you was talking about that, Jan. You knew a little bit more about that particular situation. I know you was saying something about Felicia Rashad.
Yeah, so Felicia took your boy in, and it's funny because Felicia played that same kind of role, kind of sidebarring a little bit, but she kind of played that role with Creed. And that's funny that's actually kind of like a similar relationship that she had with Chadwick in real life. And so she, you know, took him in basically, and she reached out to Denzel, and he responded, man. And paid his way through acting school, went to Harvard and everything. So it's just crazy, man. It's just really crazy.
It's nuts. And like another joint that I ran across is that his grandmother, Chadwick's grandmother, actually has on one side of the family 115 grandkids and great grandkids. Like total, when you total up all the just the grandkids, not her children, the grandkids and the great grandkids, it's 115.
That's crazy.
Good.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now I thought I was doing something with 6 kids. You know what I mean? We got 6. I can't imagine.
You're gonna get up there.
Yo, I mean, I probably got the out of everybody, I probably got the potential to kind of get to that level of multiplication.
Yeah,
Like the
Yeah.
Bible says, he begat this and begat
yeah,
and Judah begat this and Josiah begat that. You know what I mean? So yeah,
yeah.
I could see that family tree jumping out there like that.
Bruh.
That's wild, man. Well,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. So we just gonna go down the list, man. Some of our favorite movies, and what's that Chad was done, and how he's just made an impact. And let's start off with we're gonna start off with 42. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Like just
Rev.
the fact. I like the fact that you listen to his speech that he had at Brown, and he was saying how the characters that they had him in at first, he didn't want it to be real stereotypical. And he wanted to, if he was going to act and be in Hollywood, he wanted to break the narrative and actually play meaningful characters. And I mean, this performance, of Jackie Robinson was just
Oh yeah,
Unparalleled, bro.
unparalleled.
Unparalleled, bro. I think one of the craziest scenes that I felt was when he was being taunted during his first game, I believe it was in the movie, and he had to run into under the bleachers, and just let it out. I mean, he smashed the bat all over the walls and the
right.
floor, and just that moment, I felt that. Like that level of acting is just like, I mean, it's unparalleled, unparalleled. Like some of that stuff you learn, but some of that stuff is just a natural God-given talent,
Exactly.
where you can portray that emotion like that. Like it's something that he definitely, obviously felt. I believe that he felt that thing. That's
Definitely.
just in my opinion. So, yeah.
Yeah, you got to get into that mindset, for it. And initially, he wasn't even supposed to play that role. That's the crazy
Mhm.
thing about it.
Oh,
They were
okay.
actually, going back to Denzel, they were actually eyeing Denzel for that role.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, they were trying to get Denzel, and the negotiation kind of fell through. And so, like, because the way the story was, at least what I kind of ran up on was that basically Jackie's wife was like the proponent of really putting that movie together and making sure all the
Mm.
pieces was in play. So
Mm,
she was like, I want Denzel to play. If I want anybody to play it, it's going to be Denzel. And of course, that fell through. And so they was like, we got this kid that really fits the bill. His name is Chadwick Boseman. And she was like, who?
right.
Like, who is this? Because he was a nobody then. Like,
Right.
and from what I remember, that was like my first introduction to Chad. You know what I'm saying? That was
Mm.
like that first like who this man Hoppo? you know, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man. See, they don't know nothing about
They don't know nothing
nothing.
about that. So you got to be. That's what it's called, musician in movies. You got to be
These
up on the memes and all
these
of the
these
different.
millennials, this Generation X, they don't know nothing about that.
They don't know nothing about it, real.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, just like you were saying, Jan, too. Just when he hit that bat, against the wall, and like you feel the. It's some actors where you forget that they're acting,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
he definitely, like you said, John, it's a gift,
Yeah.
really, that you forget that you're watching a performance, and you
Mhm.
think that you start to believe that they're that character so much.
Yeah.
And so, but the fact that he can do that as Jackie Robinson in 42, and then come back around and
Bruh.
hit the Godfather
Ooh.
of Soul is just,
Yeah, man.
oh man. Talk about that a little bit. Talk about that a little bit.
I guess I could kick it off. I did a little back story, or shall I say, like a behind the scenes kind of vibe on this movie. And this dude mastered that choreography where he
Right.
literally put in after hours beyond after hours. And they were saying that this dude was just like, yeah, we got it. But this dude would be practicing his moves in his room, practicing moves like all over the place, like beyond the normal your practice hours. And so this dude was dedicated to nailing that stuff. And he genuinely wanted to embody James Brown, man. That's exactly what he did. And again, I think it just means a lot more after seeing his speeches talking about perseverance and hard work, and people telling you what you cannot do, and those same people end up being the people that has to open the door open for you.
That
And
part.
like after hearing all of that, and then thinking about all of his movies that he's done, especially like James Brown in retrospect, it's like, yo, man, like this dude was intentionally talented, intentionally. He practiced, he worked hard. So yeah, crazy.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, one thing about him is that he embodied like every role, like we keep saying, like he embodied every role down to the T, to the point where, like, I know when I heard the news of his passing, initially, it's like you don't realize like how many movies how many iconic roles he's actually played. You know what I'm saying? Because he embodied so many of them, from Jackie to James Brown to Thurgood Marshall, and all the way up to Black Panther. So when you saw him, even in the role of Black Panther, you saw him as Black Panther. Like that was who he was. And you don't think back to, oh yeah, that's the same dude that did Jackie 42. This is the same dude that did Thurgood, the same dude that did this, the same dude that did that. But it's like, as soon as he died, it was like, yo, like, this dude was like in some roles.
He done left his mark for real.
Yeah, for real.
And I mean, that's just a legacy that I think all of us, should, reach after, and go toward, not just, doing a bunch of stuff, but doing a bunch of meaningful things that leave an impact. And definitely inspiration. Even though that's acting, I feel like we still can do the same thing, just in our life, in our gift. He uses gift to the fullest.
Big facts.
For sure, we just keep it going, man. This one I still hadn't even got a chance to see, man.
That was good, bro.
I mean, the trailer, every time we would see it in the movies, me and my wife was like, man, we gotta go see that. So, y'all finna educate me a little bit.
Man, I don't want to spoil it for you though. You know what I mean? Like,
then there's that part of it. I mean, I will say this, that it will definitely hold your attention to the very end. You'll be like, oh yeah, okay, yup, crime movie, cops, bang bang, shoot, but like, yo, it has some good little twists in there that's gonna have you like, it's like you hit that crazy minor 7 chord for substitution. It's gonna give that effect, bro, for sure.
Definitely, man. Like, I think the funny thing about it, the part about me and my wife talked about this because it was an amazing movie, probably one of the best I've seen. But the funny thing about that movie to me is that and this is a spoiler. I don't want to spoil it too much for you, Nigel, because you ain't seen it. But they only actually say the word 21 Bridges in one scene in the entire movie, and it's like it's like right at the beginning, and then it's like they don't even go across a bridge in the movie. They don't even go across a bridge. To me and my wife was kind of like, it's like, why they call it 21 Bridges though?
Right.
Like, why they call it 20? Like, they weren't on a bridge. Like, they didn't even hit the bridge like that. Like,
that's funny. They showed
the mayor just says
the bridge in the preview.
That's about it. But they didn't go on a bridge. It wasn't no bridges in that movie. That was only one. The mayor's like, shut down all 21 bridges. It was like, that was it. Like, and then but it's action packed. It's like you don't even it doesn't even it didn't register for me until after I left the movie, because it's so, the storytelling is so linear and it keeps you engaged in the plot to where like you don't even think about the fact like they didn't even hit no bridges though. Like,
right, that part.
What these bridges at that they was talking about? Like, they said it was 21 of them. I don't. They didn't go across none of them bridges. Like nothing. Like they was in one part of the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I mean, everybody I talked to, they said the movie is definitely, I mean, just him and just all the, I mean, the whole, like you said, the whole movie keeps you engaged, and that's how I judge a movie, man.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people's like, well, they get caught up in the actors and the actresses so much. Sometimes they get blinded.
Yeah.
You know, by just because they love that person, they may not give a good performance in that movie, or the storyline's not, you know, written. So, I think just a lot of movies, all the movies that he's been in, the stories have been written so well. Also.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely.
So yeah, man, this is another one. I caught the beginning of that, like you told me to.
Oh.
But still didn't finish, man. Don't start watching no movie. For me, I can't start watching no movie at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's for everybody, fam.
Yeah, like The Five Bloods. See, this was one of his. I think he's got one more movie that's coming out on Netflix. It might not already be out, but it's one more joint that he acted in, and I think it's a Netflix joint. I think it's like the first black samurai, or something like that. I forget the name of it, but this was the next to the last movie that he acted in, and again, like if you haven't seen it, like, you know, those spoilers are real heavy in it, but he you know, they kind of, it's kind of crazy that he doesn't actually make it through the entire movie. He makes it through like maybe like the first 20 minutes, 10, 15 minutes of the movie, you know, but that screen time that he had was impactful.
Right.
And so the movie is really about legacy, you know what I mean? And the legacy, it's kind of ironic that he dies in the movie, and then the rest of the movies, I don't want to give too much away of the plot. Like I said, for those who haven't, since these are newer movies, like talking about, you know, Black Panther, Jackie, all these other movies that's been out for a decade, you know, like, look, if you ain't seen them by now, bro, I can't help you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? But you know, stuff that's fresh, I don't want to give it away in case people just, you know, they want to. And I hate when people give away the plots to movies that I hadn't seen yet. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't want to do that to you. But like, yeah, it's about that legacy. So like, it's something that happens towards the beginning of the movie. You know, he dies, of course, and the rest of the movie is about that legacy that happens behind that. So, you know, it's kind of ironic, like I said, that he kind of died at the beginning, and then like the rest of the movie, he's felt, his presence is more felt than it is actually seen.
Right.
So it's very good movie.
And then that's how it is in real life too, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Straight parallel.
That's crazy. All right, let's move on. We got
Okay.
Thurgood.
Yeah, y'all see this one? I know this is the one I gotta do homework on. So
I gotta do homework on it too. I'll be honest, I didn't see Thurgood.
Me too. So
okay, so
we all in the same boat.
Hey, y'all comment below, man, if y'all seen Thurgood. Y'all,
I did that. I need to go watch that. That's homework for this weekend. I'm gonna go watch Thurgood.
Definitely. Yeah, I got three homeworks up on, you know.
Man, this reminds me of school, bro.
Right.
Missed out on them assignments, bro.
Right.
That makeup.
Right. Be like, all right, class, we're gonna go over page 21.
Right. Nudging your neighbor like,
you said it was Friday.
Right. Yo, what's number 21, dog? What's number 21?
Bruh.
Hey, dog, what's number 21? Hey, just tell me, bro.
Right. So, of course, like you mentioned something earlier, John. You was like, well, we both did, about how actors and actresses, we forget that they're on screen, pretending to be a character. But so much so, I mean, especially I would say, you know, any kid, they're gonna know, you know, they don't know Chadwick, you know, all they know is, you know, T'Challa.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta say the best for last.
That's too real.
Mean, this, of course, you know, our people, we show out. coming to the movies with the Coming to America stuff on, and
right. Straight dashikis.
Straight, I mean, you know, representing, but that just shows you, like, not only, you know, him as a character, as an actor, but how impactful he was in the movie was to not just kids. Again, he's making a world, impact. So yeah, man. I mean, so who talk about that a little bit.
Honestly, I think everybody's seen the movie for the most part. I mean, but if you, yeah, but I think I'll hit it with something different this time and maybe get into the movie a little bit. But I'll definitely start out with more so the experience of the box office experience. Like when we went, I'll never forget. It was my wife and my dad and my mom, and I think it was just the four of us. And so we ordered our tickets in advance. I made sure, we ain't playing that. We ain't gonna do no last minute try to, bruh. We got them tickets like weeks out.
Oh, like so,
yeah, we got them weeks out. So, we get to the box office, bro, and like in our mall, there's let's say the mall is like, let's say the movie theater is like dead smack where the camera is. And so the line was like past that and then out of the studio door and going all the way down to a restaurant where we got an Applebee's that's like parallel to the movie theater. The line was past the restaurant, bro. And I'm looking back and I'm like, y'all all trying to see the movie tonight? Like some of y'all ain't gonna see the movie till like 4 a.m. Yeah. So that's how long that line was. Thank God that we got there early. We wasn't playing that. I told, Pops, I'm like, yo, so wife and I, we're going to be there an hour early, period. Like we're going to be waiting in line an hour early. So when we got there, there was already like 6 people ahead of us that was already standing in line, just sitting down, chilling. And so I've never seen the box office like that in all of my short years of 29 years of life. I've never seen the box office like that. I've seen it packed, but I've never seen it like that. And so same thing, like seeing young kids in their Black Panther fits and seeing everybody in their dashikis and, their Black history stuff and rocking their, root stuff. It was just like such a surreal experience.
Yeah, they made it into a movement.
Yeah, man. So like, that's really like just experiencing that, like being able to say, and tell my daughter one day, like, yo, like if, when this movie came out, like I was there when it dropped, when it first hit box office, like your mom and I and your granddad, we were actually there. So I think that's going to be like a privilege type thing to say, like 5-10 years from now, when the movie really becomes mint and the value goes up, it's really going to be like a powerful thing to say, like, yeah, we witnessed that, we were there. Right. So, of course, like the movie, flawless, Mr. Coogler and all them, just flawless movie. I want to talk to
Ryan Coogler, man.
Man.
I mean, just to even
Black director, killing
Black
it like
director, shooting Black Panther in the MCU universe, which
everything about it was historic. Yeah,
big fact. So I'll let John and I'll let you, Nigel, I'll let both of y'all take care of the movie, but I just wanted to like share like a memorable, experience.
Yeah, man, that was dope. I think every actor has like their iconic defining role. And I think that was definitely because when you think about, like for me, like when I think about Denzel, immediately Training Day, dog. Like it's no question. Like he's played some dope roles before that, after that. But like when you think about Denzel, it's Training Day, dog. When I say Will Smith,
See, now that's different.
Yeah, Will is different.
Will is a little bit different because Will kills the game consistently. But of course,
he's been in so many. I think
he's been in so much stuff. I think about Enemy of the State, though.
I was gonna say Independence Day.
Oh, Independence Day. That's it. That was the one that set him out, and that was his real first like acting stint. Yeah. Then Enemy of the State kind of it took him out of the role of funny guy, comedian, Fresh Prince. Like we actually got to see him do some Independence Day. We got to see him do some acting, but it was still in the light of, oh, that's the Fresh Prince. That's Will. We expect he finna cut some jokes. Welcome to Earth. you know,
Right.
you know, all this stuff like
Right.
that.
And then
But
really, what you call it, Bad Boys.
Bad Boys,
Then
yeah,
that
they
took 'em
started
to
from
that
that.
next. Right.
It just kept stepping on. But like Chad definitely embodied all of Black Panther in his fullness.
He
Like
is Black Panther, bro.
he
Like
is.
he is.
That's why it's so much, because like you've seen, I don't know if you guys have seen like the outrage, like people are like we don't want to see him replaced. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see his role replaced, like, you know, because they're gonna do a Black Panther 2. That's like raps. Like that movie grows billions. Like that's raps. Like they gonna do a Black Panther 2, but like the public is like, the MCU fans, everybody's like, nah, don't mess with that.
Right.
Don't mess with that. You're gonna have to kill him off
brother,
screen.
That and my brother, you know, Matt Talks Marvel, like I said, so which we're gonna have him on the show too.
Oh yeah.
He knows all the in-depth stuff, like let's go deeper. You know, in the script.
Yeah.
He knows the scriptures of the Marvel.
Man.
So, you know,
See, I'm like that with Star Wars.
Right. So Shuri, you know, is supposed to, in the comics, she's the next Black Panther.
That's what I heard.
I think because of everything that happened, you know, if they go that route, then it would be, you know, accepted, because, you know, she did great in the movie as well too. So
yeah. So what do you guys think would be the kind of way that they should like take care of that? Like, how should they, like, do they CGI him in for a portion of the movie, kill him on screen, like CGI? Do they, you know what I mean? Because like I've seen, they've had movies like this before, but this is kind of like an unprecedented situation. So for instance, you think back to Fast and the Furious, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Your boy Paul, what is his last name? Paul
Walker.
Paul, you know what I'm saying, dies in the middle of like, I think it was it Fast 5?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was
Yeah.
one of those. I think it was Fast 5, or it might have been 6.
Six.
It was 6. He died in a car accident. So he died in the middle of filming. So they were able to kind of write the rest of the movie, twist the plot around, and give him less screen time, and make his moments on screen that they did have impactful. And then they brought his brother in to play him.
Looks like him, and with
and
the CGI,
did the CGI thing and made it happen, and finished that movie. And then you think about Star Wars, the last, not the Last Jedi, but the Rise of Skywalker, Princess Leia, she died between the Last Jedi and the Rise of Skywalker. She didn't get to act like nothing in that movie. So they repurposed lines from that she, like what she said in different other movies, in the first 2 movies. And they CGI'd her in there and then created responses around dialogue that she had already acted. But that would be, I think personally, that would be impossible to do with Black Panther, because you know what I mean?
We don't know where they were in production.
Yeah,
Right.
they hadn't started production at all, period. Like production.
Okay, so that was gonna be my question. His question A is, had they done any shoots
Nothing.
already?
So like, how do you rectify that?
I think we are in a great time, you know, with technology, and you know, putting the fake, which is also scary too, because now
It is.
when you talking about jumping over to like the law, and they talk about video surveillance. Now you can't even trust that, because it can be literally. They were talking about doctoring it 20, 30 years ago. Now it really.
Oh, they can do it now.
I mean, if you got a smartphone, you can put anybody's face on it.
Right.
So I think, but at the same time, using it for good. If they do this movie, do it in a tasteful way, to where, you know how some movies start at it starts in the past. So maybe it can.
Well, Black Panther did that, you know.
Right. So they'll do a scene where maybe this is right after Infinity War, or something, where something happened. He got in a fight or something, where he dies off, and then they fast forward to now,
and pass it on to Shuri.
Pass it on to Shuri, like.
That's an interesting theory.
Or if they start the movie where they do a scene, whatever, Black Panther comes, of course, now she's in a female suit and be like, wait a minute. And then she comes, then they do a flashback how she got there. And either he had to go, somewhere or something happened. So I think there's definitely ways to do it. And it just all depends on, like you said, the storytelling. If Ryan Coogler's going to, direct it again, if he's going to.
I'm pretty sure.
If he's going to collab with the Russos, to kind of put it into the MCU timeline, which that's all over the place too. So
right.
It's kind of hard. Like I'm thinking about that heart-shaped herb, bro. Like he was the last to get that herb, so I'm not sure how someone else is gonna get the Black Panther abilities.
I wondered about that.
Unless they take his blood or something, and I don't know. It's something about the blood.
Something about the blood. I wondered about that in the movie when he was like, burn it all. He was like, burn it all.
Right.
Yeah, bro. He was like, burn it all.
Right.
There's somebody got a plant stash somewhere. I'm sure they got.
We Black folks, we hide herbs everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
We king of herbs. Queen, the queen, Angela Bassett, her character, Mama Panther, she's probably sitting back in one of those chambers smoking some of that herb. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how they do. Bring me some of that heart-shaped herb.
Right.
The good stuff. Funny. But
speaking of that, I
crazy.
think one scene, which of course everybody said it kind of like embodied Jesus after, what's his name found him, and then he came back and he was like, as you can see, I am not dead.
Right.
But like I felt that, and I think now hindsight, because he's been sick, so him recording that movie, and when he said that, I think he really, was saying that for himself. He fought through literally physically in his body that nobody else knows. So that when he came and said that and walked, like you saw it in his eyes. He's like, I'm here. I'm not. He wasn't just playing that part. As Black Panther rising back, that was him.
Facts.
Man, I just look at that like you see it differently now when you go back and watch that. It's just like
it's a whole other. It hits different. It's gonna be interesting to see how they do it, man. Like it's gonna be interesting to see how they do it. Like I could foresee them CGIing, doing some heavy CGI work, and hiring a voice actor that can imitate that. I mean. They could do that, they could probably hire you, Nigel. You just about nailed it a second ago. But getting somebody that can nail those inflections and talk like him, they could make it work if they if they limited scenes with him with his mask off. If they did more scenes with the more mask on scenes.
That's what I was saying. If they do,
they could pull it off.
To the past where he's fighting in the suit, that wasn't him anyway. Stunt actors, but then
that's what I'm saying. They could make it work. They could. They got several options. Like I said, technology, CGI stuff. But either way, they've delayed because it was supposed to hit 2022. I think first part of 2022. And like it's not even on the slate anymore. Like they just released their new slate a couple of days ago. Like their new schedule. Like they pushed Black Widow back to like 2021.
Dang.
Yeah, it's not May. Black Widow's coming out in May of 2021, followed by I think Eternals.
The Eternals, yeah.
Eternals is hitting in November, and then they doing Spider-Man 3 in December. And it's one more movie in there.
I got something for you.
Uh-oh.
Get y'all thoughts on this.
No comment.
Come on!
No.
The Beehive, where y'all at, man? We talking about Black Panther. Black Panther 2. What y'all think about it, man?
Uh,
The black beehive.
Nah,
Don't do it.
I know I know she did the whole Black is King thing, but nah.
Yeah. You don't want the hive on you, fam.
No, you step on up out of there.
Yeah, bro. You don't want that honey, doc.
No, I'm just. I love honey. I'm just saying. Beyonce in Black Panther 2. You know what?
Yo.
Oh, her and Black Panther 2?
Yeah. She's she ain't been getting the best reviews with movies, especially even with Lion King. Like they were really dogging her out, saying like she was on there with like a Texas accent and stuff. It's just like, yo, they was getting her, man.
Yeah, but they say she's. I think I heard they were trying to cast her maybe for Storm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was the whole vibe they was going in, to bring her in as Storm, because they're trying to work mutants out now that they've acquired these properties. The Fox Marvel acquisition, they're trying to work these mutants into the MCU now, and so they're not gonna just come out and boom do the X-Men. They're gonna bring them in one by one. You're gonna see Storm in a movie, then you're gonna see Wolverine pop up somewhere, then you're gonna see Professor X, then you're gonna see Gambit, you're gonna see, before they become the X-Men. That's what I've been kind of seeing, how they're tracking towards that.
Which they should have been done. They losing money.
But they couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Because of the
for money, but
they couldn't because of the Fox deal. See, Marvel sold off. Marvel was going bankrupt in the 90s. They sold off all of their properties to stay afloat because comics weren't selling. So this is before they had really gotten into really doing movies. So they just started selling off their properties. They sold off the Incredible Hulk, Spider-Man. They sold the rights to the X-Men. They just started selling off all of their characters to Fox and Universal Studios started buying up all the properties. And so that's how we got the Incredible Hulk movie, the first 3 of them really that were a fail. You know what I mean? Like that's how we got all of those properties, because Universal owned the Hulk, and then Sony still owns Spider-Man.
Right.
And the Fox owned the X-Men and that whole Marvel universe. Right. And so that when Disney acquired Fox, now they like, okay, and that just happened last year. So like they're now in this mode now where they're like, okay, let's do this thing, because they're going to do it proper. They're going to do it. MCU Marvel is going to do it proper, because Fox,
big facts.
They fell off with the X-Men. Like the first 2 were fire. By the 3rd one, it was like, nah, bro.
Searching. They were like searching.
Then they started doing all this Days of Future Past stuff and going time travel, trying to fix stuff, and Dark Phoenix was just trash to me, just honestly.
Oh man, I forgot all about that joint, bro.
Yeah, that joint was trash.
I think they tried to put too much. They tried to make it too deep.
Yeah.
To where you start losing. Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Because they killed Mystique off and all that. And,
bro. Like, I'm telling you, man, it's just crazy. So now we're gonna start seeing that in there.
Sounds like we need to produce a movie.
What?
Right.
How so?
Look, we got some writers and some screenplay writers out there. Yo, y'all link with us. Let's get it done.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Let's get it done.
Yeah, man. Well, yo, it's been real, y'all. It's been really dope, man. This is a whole movement. I'm excited. Yeah. I'm just too pumped, man.
Yes, sir. Musicians and movies. Shout out. We did tribute to Chadwick Boseman tonight, and just all the great works that he's done in the movie community, and just a legacy that he's left behind. Prayers out to the family.
Yeah, big facts.
Definitely.
And yeah, man, we just keep it moving. Give the, we still do our best as we can as creators to leave an impact. He's definitely
leave a legacy like that. That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about where we're going though. Like, really get into some real nerdy stuff here in the next, because we just kind of hanging tonight. That's all it is.
Yeah.
This is just a chill. We didn't have no script. We didn't have no outline. We had nothing. We just shooting the breeze, talking about what we love. But I think we're gonna get into some stuff. Cause see, as y'all can see, I'm Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
This is Star Wars
heavy.
Nation. This is Star Wars Nation here. So like, if y'all want to come with it, we can talk about it from Obi-Wan Kenobi on up to, Rey. I'm here for it. So
I gotta get my Star Wars game.
You gotta get your chops up, dog. Because Star Wars is like, it's so deep. It's like the word of God. I'm telling you, like if you really start studying it, light side, dark side, and you got something in the middle that's controlling it called the Force.
Oh yeah.
The Holy Spirit, dog. I'm telling you, it's a prophecy. There's death, there's resurrection in there. Yeah. It's some heavy
it gets
stuff.
Deep.
It gets deep. Yeah, you got Darth Vader. You know what I'm saying? He carried darkness for all of those years, and then at the end, so he carried the darkness.
Here you go.
Then he died. You know what I mean?
Oh, my
so it gets deep. It gets deep. So I can go there. With Star Wars. It's literally like the Bible. So definitely. I'm excited. I'm excited about us getting together and talking about some of that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, cool,
yeah, for sure, man.
Yo, I appreciate y'all, man. Listen, we thank y'all for tuning in, joining us. Jan Hunter, John Mike. I'm your boy, Nigel Maestro. This is Musicians and Movies.
Let's go.
Y'all be sure to follow, man. Y'all follow us on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We will be uploading all these lives and other videos to our YouTube channel. So y'all like, subscribe, and share. Press that bell notification. And man, y'all come chill with us, man. Tell us what y'all want to hear about. New movies coming out. Old movies coming out. That's already been out. Some of your favorite movies, some of your favorite actors and actresses. So yeah, man, we here for it. So, and go follow my boy's channel, man. Y Hunter Music. He's doing some great things, showing us some tutorials.
Thank you, man.
He got a drum channel, strips, all kind of stuff, man. My boy John Mike, gospel producers. Get that right. All kind of stuff. Luke Gospel. Luke Gospel, where you can get all your, your tracks for Sunday morning, or just, shedding on tracks. And I'm Musician Lives Matter. We got interviews with some of the greats, in the musician community that y'all have heard them. Y'all might not know their names, but you've heard them, on the records. We're interviewing them. They're giving us advice, things how we can get better in life, and just, some other things. So, hey, y'all follow all of us. We thank you. We love you. Love you more than you love yourself, but God loves you more. Musicians and Movies.
Let's go.
Hey.
That's Hunter.